everyone, and welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm your host, Kathy Rankin, and I'm joined by Charlie and Tracy. They're the co-founders of Simple Self-Defense for Women, and their website is simpleselfdefenseforwomen.com. Great stuff, great information that you guys teach about protecting yourself. And we've talked about so many different topics, but one that really we could talk a lot about is travel safety. And I know especially for women, when I travel, I'm usually alone by myself in a hotel room, whether you're going to a conference or an event. Talk about some of the mistakes that we make and how we can correct this to keep ourselves safe.
We'll start when they check in.
When they check in, obviously, if your room number is given out loud for whatever reason, ask for a completely different room.
Gotcha.
So,
ask them to write
which
it down.
happens a lot because there's usually a line behind you, and anybody could overhear what the front desk is telling you.
Right. And you want to get a room between the 3rd and the 6th floor. And the reason you want to do that is you want it not where someone can easily break into the room, and you don't want it where firefighters couldn't get to you if an emergency should happen. Yeah. So we recommend between the 3rd and 6th floor.
So when you check in or reserve, you actually ask for what floor you want to be on?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what are some of the other mistakes that people make, and what are some of the things they can do to avoid being susceptible?
Elevator safety. Women walk up to an elevator and they feel compelled, even if they're getting on, they look at the elevator and they're like, I don't trust me, but they still get on.
Yeah, and elevators are scary.
So
they really are.
If you see somebody on the elevator that you're not comfortable with, you don't know them, you don't have to make any excuses. You can just walk away, you can step off, but if you're not comfortable, don't get on, and do not let your kids ride the elevators by themselves.
Which so many parents do, let them have fun going up and down the floors.
And the other thing is, if you're getting off an elevator, let's say you're walking down the hall to your room, you're done with your conference, and somebody's behind you. If you're suspicious or not comfortable, don't go in your room. Don't go up to your room. A lot of people think, I'm going to get there really quick, I'll go in and close the door. But you know what? If somebody's watching you, the last thing you're going to see is their hand on the door.
Right, they're going to be quick right behind you.
And they're going to push you into that room. Now they have a private place to attack you.
Well, that's a great point. That's a
So
great
you don't
point.
want to let them pass or keep walking and come back to your room, but do not open that door anywhere near someone when they get close to you. One of the things we do recommend if you're traveling is we have what we call a security doorstop alarm. And basically, since everybody has a key to your room, what you do with this is you put it, let's say you're going to sleep, you put it on the inside part of the door, and if someone should open the door, the first thing it does is it stops the door from opening. The second thing it does is it sets off a very loud alarm to let you know and wake you up and let you know someone's trying to get into your room.
Oh yeah, that's going to wake more than you up. That is a great, just easy to pack, simple tool.
Carry with you.
What's great
I would definitely use this in a hotel room. I would just feel a lot more safe.
Even if it's off, it's still a doorstop. See, it's
yeah,
turned off
so
now.
somebody can't just barge in your room.
Right.
So it's very versatile.
And it just runs on a 9-volt battery. It's very inexpensive, and you can buy it on our website.
Oh, great. So, again, go to their website, simpleselfdefenseforwomen.com. If somebody were not to purchase on your website, are those available at other
You
places?
can get them in different places, and they have different colors and different types, but it's the same premise,
yeah,
yes.
They all do the same thing.
What about cell phones and all the texting? You were bringing up a good
Oh,
point.
the texting. Well, a couple things there. We talked about posting, but let's just say you're on vacation, right? And you're walking around and you're texting where you're not supposed to be telling people. You're not paying any attention. So you're walking up to the elevator and those doors open. You have no idea that there's somebody else on there.
This is so true.
Right?
We get so engrossed in our little, devices that we have no concept of what's going on around us.
And not only that, you're putting yourself in danger, but you're also irritating people because you're walking in front of people. You're not paying attention. Your family's behind you. And when you put that down, and you're walking outside, and you could be walking in front of a car or a bus. So there's a lot of things to be said about paying attention and being aware.
Actually, pedestrian fatalities have skyrocketed since people just don't pay attention to it.
That's crazy.
But one of the things I really want to mention that's simple but is important is where you park, particularly at night. You want to park under a light and try to park by the front door, because the front door has the most activity. If you park on a side door, there's less activity in a side door, where the bad guys are looking for somebody to walk out into a lonely part of the parking lot. So you want to try to at least come in and out of the main lobby entrance.
Well, great information, and if all else fails, get out your pepper spray.
That's right.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys again for joining us. Really good tips and hints for when you're traveling. I know a lot of us do these days, so I hope you guys learned something. I know I did. Charlie, Tracy, thanks again for sharing all your insight.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys again on the next Daily Dish.